In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to manage tables in Supabase database, step by step 2026. First, open your browser and head over to supabase.com. This is where you'll access the dashboard for your projects and all of your database tools. If you're new to the platform, you can sign up quickly, but if you already have an account, let's move right into logging in. Sign in using your preferred method, whether that's email and password or a single sign-on provider. Once you're authenticated, you'll land on the Supabase homepage, which lists your organizations and projects. From here, choose the organization you want to work in. Organizations are simply containers for one or more projects, which makes it easy to separate environments or clients. Selecting the right organization ensures you're managing tables in the correct place, especially if you juggle multiple projects. Next, pick your existing project. If you don't have one yet, you can create a new project and return here, but for this walkthrough, we'll continue with an existing one. Inside any project, Supabase provides multiple ways to work with your data. When you're ready to perform CRUD, create, read, update, and delete operations from your app, you'll typically use the auto-generated REST API or the official JavaScript client. At Supabase, Supabase.js. Keep that in mind as you design your tables. Inside the project view, look to the left-hand sidebar. This is your main navigation. Click on Database. This section is dedicated to everything related to Postgres, which is the engine behind Supabase, including tables, functions, and SQL tools. Within the database area, locate the Tables option and select it. This opens the central place where you can view, create, and modify your tables. The interface is designed to be approachable, even if you're new to Postgres. Here you'll see a list of your existing tables along with actions to manage them. You can create a new table by specifying a name, adding columns, and choosing data types like text, integer, boolean, or timestamp. Consider adding a primary key, often an auto-incrementing integer or a UUID, and set sensible defaults or constraints to protect data quality. When editing an existing table, you can add or alter columns, update nullability, and configure indexes to improve read performance. You can also browse rows, insert sample data, update values, and delete records directly in the UI, which is handy for quick tests. As you manage data, remember that row-level security can control who can read or write to these tables from your application, so review those policies before connecting your front end. And that's it. You've navigated to your project, opened the database section, and reached the tables view where you can create and manage your schema and data with confidence.